Hey y'all, my name is Marquise Trent, also known as Coach Quise. I'm a serial published author, I'm a book writing coach, a publisher, as well as a ghostwriter. I help high-level entrepreneurs, business owners, and leaders write and publish books for more impact and income, even if they're busy and they don't know where to start. All right. I wanted to try a new content strategy or type of content that is not new at all, but I had never really done it, and I'm excited to do it. It's called Ask Coach Quise. And it's simply questions that are in the marketplace, questions that my ideal client wants to know. I'm gonna answer them, all right? And I'm also going back to my roots, the whiteboard. I'm a teacher at heart. I've been teaching and doing ministry for many years, never taught in the school, and it's one of the things that I enjoy doing. So let's get right to it. Today's question is, Coach Quise, I have a book idea, but where do I even start? I'm glad that you asked. All right. Although this may seem cliche, this is a true statement. The first place to start when it comes to your book idea is clarity. Again, I know it can be cliche sounding, but it's realistically true. All right. Here I got my cell phone, I got my tripod, I got my light. You know, everything that's in this place, everything that's in this room started with an idea, a concept in the mind of man. All right. I believe it was Napoleon Hill that said, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, he can achieve. It's true. All right. By the grace of God, I was able to write several books. These are two: Overstanding the Comprehensive Look at Gangster Rap, its subgenres, their effects on our generation, and my latest book, Plan Maturity for Teens, the book adults wish they had when they were your age. I sat on the idea for this book for several years before I even wrote it. All right. I had the idea in mind for years, but it wasn't time. All right, but I had already written and published 2 paperbacks, this one and my first book, as well as ebooks before I wrote this. But the idea in my mind, specifically for this one, was, people always say, you know, if you could go back and talk to your younger self, what would you say? Well, I said, hey, I would talk about self-image because I didn't know about self-image. I would talk about the subconscious mind because I didn't know about the subconscious mind. I would talk about respect. I would talk about all of these different things to myself. I put it in this book. Why? Again, I help high-level entrepreneurs, business owners, and leaders. If you're a high-level entrepreneur, meaning you're doing 5 figures a month, 6 figures a month, so forth in your business, then you already have a brand, you already have knowledge, you already have expertise, systems, and things of that nature, more times than not, to accomplish those things, all right? You're already known in the marketplace for something, which I'll talk about also. But when it comes to, you know, conveying the message, myself, I started helping individuals write and publish books. One, when I had done it myself and I was marketing myself in my book, people would come to me and say, hey bro, you wrote a book, can you help me? You wrote a book, can you help me? So that's when I began doing this back in 2020. All right, I had already written and published one book, and I released it in 2018, started writing and finished this one in I started writing and finished one book. I finished the first book in 2018. I finished this book in 2020. And I finished this one like a year and a half ago, give or take. But I'm saying all of that to say, when I wrote and published those books, but I'm saying all that to say, I'm known in the marketplace and have been known in the marketplace for transformation, things of God, you know, faith, things of that nature, and the desire to see change in my community. So that's what that book was about: Overstanding a Comprehensive Look at Gangster Rap and subgenres, their effects on our generation. I was on podcasts. Again, I've done ministry in the streets. I've spoken in middle schools, elementary schools, high schools. So as an empowerment speaker, that book could be leveraged, but definitely the latest book I wrote, Plan Maturity for Teens. So if you're a real estate agent, if you're a relationship coach, if you're in tech, whatever industry you may be in, all right, you're already known for that, especially as a high-level entrepreneur. So you get clear on who it is you're talking to. So there's 2 different ways that you can approach that. So let me put that here. The next way that you can gain clarity is getting on a clarity call, a breakthrough call with me. Clearly. Why? Because it depends on your goals. It depends on your end game. So let me go ahead and write that up there. All right. Goals. All right. So if you're a high-level coach, you're an entrepreneur, you're a real estate developer, you're a real estate investor, you do crypto, it depends on what it is that you want to do. All right. You can say, hey, you're already known in the marketplace. Let's say you're doing 6 or 7 figures. You're already known in the marketplace for, let's say, credit repair. All right. You're earning money. You're making money, credit repair specialists, things of that nature. So although you're known for that and you've helped a lot of individuals that may not be high income earners, you might want to write a high income earner book, saying, hey, you already earn money. Are you gaining funding for your high level businesses? You're getting money. You're a high level entrepreneur. Are you leveraging other people's money? Because it's a funny thing where banks give money to people that don't really need it, So you can be a high income earner through your business as credit repair, and you can market your book to high level people. Or you can say, hey, I'm gonna continue to market to individuals that are 9-to-5 workers, blue collar workers, and things of that nature. So you've already earned money doing credit repair. So now you might take it up a notch for more investing secrets and things of that nature as you walk them through the journey of income. As you walk them through the journey of poor credit or good credit to great credit to business funding and all of those types of things. So it really depends on who it is that you want to talk to and what your goals are. You may want to you might want to go to schools. You may want to speak in prisons, as a form of giving back, as they say, so it really depends. So you start with clarity. You can hop on the clarity call and we're going to talk about your goals. I'm going to ask you, who is your ideal client? We'll stick with credit repair. So you do credit repair. I don't remember the percentage, but it's a huge percentage of the population that has not so good credit and needs help. So you're talking about 9-to-5 workers, things of that nature. All right. You can say, well, I want to do seminars. I want to get on podcasts. I want to do speaking engagements. Great. There are plenty of opportunities to do that. So we establish what your goals are. You can say, I want to do a workbook. Or I might suggest you doing a workbook. All right. So you got on the call. I help you gain clarity. You're doing credit repair. Great. You've already earned money. You've already helped people. Hey, have you considered doing it in a school? All right. It might be a little cliche. It might be a little taboo. You might need to talk to somebody, You might do it in a juvenile detention center. Like, there are so many different options and ways that you can go about leveraging what it is that you already do to impact the people. But I have to know your goals. Or I can help you come up with some goals. That's the point of having a coach, somebody with the outside perspective to help you gain some clarity when it comes to writing your book. Excuse me. Or it could be a situation where you already earn income doing what it is that you do. Let's say credit repair. You're earning 5-6 figures a month. Your business is doing great, but you really got a passion for cooking. All right. I would say, hey, you already have this successful brand. What I would recommend is you go ahead and leverage what you're already doing. All right. Ride the wave of that success. Wow, but I really want to write a cookbook. I say, cool. You already got everything systemized over on this end. Let's do a cookbook. All right. Let's do it. But I would ask you, do you have any content about that? Do you have a TikTok? Do you have an Instagram? Do you have any type of social media talking about your cooking? Have you shown any type of social media content about your cooking? You might say no. And I might say, really, I don't think it's the best, wise thing to do since you don't have anything related to that. But if that's what you want to do, I can help you accomplish that. You already have money. You already understand systems. You already understand leverage. Well, let's grow the brand. Let's grow your hobby brand around that. And you have to let people know, this is a hobby. This is something I enjoy doing. I'm passionate about. Y'all know me from credit repair. Y'all know me so this is just myself expressing my creativity. And what I also tell people, you can choose a pen name. You can choose, another creative name to market yourself, under that brand. That's also an option. So I didn't want this video to be too long. I do have more videos coming. If you found something valuable about this, drop a comment down below, depending on whichever platform you may be seeing this. But of course, you can like it, you can comment, you can share it. But again, just to recap, where do I even start? You have to start with clarity. I recommend you get on the clarity call. You can grab a clarity call with me. Link will be in the description or the bio, depending on the platform. And we're going to talk about your goals. Who is your ideal customer? Who is your ideal reader? What are your goals? Are you looking to get in universities? Are you looking to get in middle schools, high schools, elementary schools? Are you looking to go in corporate? All right. What type of revenue streams we talking coming from this book? Are you looking to do merch around the book? You know, t-shirts around the book, ink pens, journals, workbooks. How far is it, you know, are you willing to go depending on who your ideal client is? Are we talking about licensing? You know, different things of that nature. All of those things come into play. Again, my name is Coach Marquise Trent. You can call me Coach Quise. I help high-level entrepreneurs, business owners, and leaders write and publish books for more impact and income, even if they're busy and they don't know where to start. God bless.